So hi everyone, welcome to the Let's Get Visual, utilizing Instagram to engage your campus community session. My name is Fatima Rad, I'll be the moderator, and our presenter is Amanda Lowe. She's the Outreach and Marketing Librarian at the University of Albany Libraries. She has a BS in English with a minor in theater from Oneonta State and an MLS from the University of Buffalo. Her research interests include social media marketing and outreach, digital reference service, and library outreach. So take it away, Amanda.
All right, let me just share my screen. Oh, host disabled participant to share screen.
Go ahead and try again, please.
There we go. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So if you're here, hopefully you're interested in utilizing Instagram at your campus, or you already are using Instagram and just want to get some ideas for how you can engage with your campus a little better with it. So before I get into all that, you might want to know just who I am exactly. So this is me before I dyed my hair red during quarantine. I'm sure a lot of us have made questionable hair decisions during this time. I'm, as was mentioned, the Outreach and Marketing Librarian at UAlbany. You might ask what exactly that means. And that just means I do a lot of our marketing and outreach. So I create a cohesive brand and image for our libraries via social media. I do print materials and a lot of word of mouth marketing, but I'm also a reference librarian on top of that. So I wear many, many hats at our university. So why Instagram? My two main reasons are this, and there's probably a lot more, but I have two mostly. And those are, we want to meet
Amanda?
users. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you. There's a little bit of an audio issue coming through. Do you think it would be possible for you to just stop for a minute and be able to call in through your phone?
I can try.
Sorry to interrupt your session.
No, it's okay. Do you have the number off the top of your head, Bill?
Hang on one second. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat.
All right.
Actually, if you look at your, where it shows the microphone in the lower left-hand corner, if you click the up arrow and you go to switch to phone audio, it's one of the lower options in the menu. It'll go ahead and give you the phone number to dial, and then the meeting ID, and then your particular participant ID.
Excellent. Sorry about this, everyone.
Yep, sorry folks, just hang on just 1 minute, and Amanda will be dialing in here so everybody can hear better. I know there's been a couple people in the chat that have said that they're having a little bit of difficulty too, and I noticed that as well, so thank you for your patience.
Your participant ID followed by town. You have entered the meeting as a panelist. Attendees can now hear you speak. All right, can you hear me now?
That's great. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
All right, no problem. Okay, so I'm going to hold my phone up to my face. I have two main reasons for why you should use Instagram. One of them is to meet your users where they are. I have this handy little graph right here that shows the distribution of Instagram users in the United States as of May 2020. So this is very recent. As you see, the two main age groups that use Instagram are 18-24 and 25-34, which is basically the demographics in which we support outside of obviously more non-traditional students. But this encompasses our undergraduate and graduate population pretty much. So they're on this platform. So we want to use that to engage with them. And we want to be where they will welcome our presence. So if you look at this graph from the end of 2019, it shows you what people use Instagram mainly for, and that's to keep contact with friends and family. But the next two are to get entertainment and to follow brands and companies. We kind of fall somewhere in to get entertainment and to follow brands and companies. We do sometimes and can provide entertaining content. And we are considered, I don't really consider us a company, but we definitely have a brand image that we promote on our social media platforms, and people follow these kind of things. Students also, you should always gauge interest from our students. We have a student advisory board at the University at Albany. I did go in and talk to them. Instagram is a place where they welcome us, as opposed to Snapchat or TikTok. Those are very much their platforms to be on. I don't think they really care to see us there. It's not the kind of content they go to those platforms for. So just keep that in mind when you're developing new social media platforms for your libraries. So the features of this platform, there are a lot of them. They mirror popular aspects of trending platforms that those age groups that we are supporting enjoy, like Snapchat and TikTok. So live video posts and stories that disappear within 24 hours. Snapchat does this. You post something there, it's gone within 24 hours. So you do have the ability to archive that. TikTok, again, very similar. You can do live videos, you can post videos there. The content does not disappear. That is there strictly for the purposes of trying to go viral. Instagram has expansive video and photo filter options, which we'll take I'll try to show a little bit of. It's easier to show on your phone. If you have a smart device that you can access right now and download Instagram, if you don't already have it, you can see some of these video and photo filter options. And like I said, there's many, many other features of this platform that just make it a very enjoyable place to be. So you might say, well, that's all cool, Amanda, but where do I even get started with creating something like this? And it's probably a lot simpler than what you think. So choose a handle, keep it simple, and if you already are on other social media platforms, stick with the handle that you're already using if possible. This creates continuity, and it's something that folks are already familiar with you using. And then you basically just create your account and start posting from there. Before I get any further, a lot of people probably like asking about post frequency. It's really up to you and how often you feel you need to do that. I'll get into why stories are important, and that's probably the most frequent thing that you should be posting. Anything in the body of your Instagram really is supplementary to video and story posts. So ideas for posts or campaigns once you get going. You want to try to keep consistency every week with some of the things that you're sharing on there. So some ideas for you. Humans of Libraries, you might have seen Humans of New York. This one you can share with Humans of Libraries, so students and things that they're doing around the libraries. Give them a little profile picture of them somewhere in the libraries, and then maybe do a story. You can use hashtag campaigns like First Line Friday. I'll show you a bit of our Instagram and give you a tour. First Line Friday, basically take a picture of first page of something in our collection, and we share that. It's usually a well-known novel that we'll post there. When It Wednesdays is something we started, I think about last year, the year before, where we give away swag that we have to students. We'll post what we're giving away in the body of our Instagram, and then we'll usually ask students to comment down below with some kind of question that we'll ask, like, what is your favorite place in the library? They'll have to tell us, and then we'll use a generator to help pick a winner based on who commented. Their Throwback Thursday posts, TBT, those are very popular. Just about anyone on every account I've ever seen does Throwback Thursday, whether you're on Instagram or not. So pick a photo from a past event, something in your archives, share it there. A building tour. This is something that you can do in the body, just through a picture, or you can do this in your stories. Photos of programs, promotion of programs, resources, and events. Use this to introduce your library faculty and staff. You can do book face. I know it's very popular in public libraries. Show new books that you have coming into your collection, and just generally, you know, every day around the library, students using the space, faculty using the space, things like that. Like I said, highlighting research, and you know, a lot more. So Instagram stories, this is kind of the bulk of where I want to put my focus on video, just because for a couple different reasons. So why stories? These show up at the top of your Instagram feed and appear chronologically. So it's the most recent stuff. When Instagram was taken over by Facebook, they messed with the algorithm for the feed to where posts do not show in a chronological order anymore, with the exception of Instagram stories. Will always remain at the top, and they always have the most recent story posted first. So this is something that people are confronted with right off the top when they enter their Instagram account. So if you post there frequently, things are more likely to be seen. Stories are more interactive. There's a lot more you can do with them as opposed to a static image and a caption. It supplements any posts that you do have, and these stories can be archived as highlights on your Instagram page, so they don't disappear forever if you don't want them to. You can create a highlight reel, if you will, on your Instagram page. And why videos or IGTV? IGTV is really just stories on steroids, basically. You, instead of having only 15 to 30 seconds, you can have like a minute or more in length of video. So short, no edit videos provide students with quick little snapshots of the library and a real-time experience. So you didn't sit back on Premiere and edit a video. You just quickly shot it from your phone or tablet provided by the library, and you shared it on Instagram. Like I said, IGTV allows you to post longer videos, so you can share quick tutorials or do whole building tours if you wanted to. Videos help with authenticity. People can see your personality a little bit more. You can really shine through and introduce yourself or your faculty or your student workers, or have students market to their peers a little bit better through actual words, not just written on a page. They're fun to make and easy to create for the most part, and it makes it easier to collaborate with students and student groups too. So if you're doing an event with students, you can go live with them right there and make a video and post it to your Instagram. So it's a very in the moment thing. And they're trending. If you look at the kind of content that people are really engaging with today, it is video format. So TikTok, video format, Snapchat, video format. You'll find a lot of videos on Facebook and Twitter as well. So videos really are the trending thing that people tend to engage with, and they are short videos. So something someone can watch within 15 to 30 seconds mostly. So really, wasn't this grainy when I put it up there, but let's see if I can make it not grainy. Okay, there we go. So this is if you wanted to create a story. You're given so many options. You can put a poll in a story. You can give someone like a rating. You can use hashtags within stories. You can put music, mention other people. And then like during COVID, there was a whole like sticker tag for stay at home. So if you tagged your story post with stay at home, it would appear with a bunch of other stories that can be accessed easily. So now I'm just going to give you kind of a little tour of the University Library's Instagram and show you some of these features. If you don't follow us, you should. We're at UAlbany Libraries. So if you have an Instagram, please follow us. It's always good to get ideas from each other too. So one of the cool things you can do in posts, and this is within posts and on stories, are boomerangs. So here's a little boomerang we did at an event. You can see the students have some swag that we gave them, and we're very happy to do that quickly for us. So this is the body of our Instagram account. I'm just going to go to the very top, and you'll see a couple of things. So you'll see this helps you with your assessment. So you can see how many posts we have, how many total followers you have in a moment, and how many people you're following. And then you can give a little bit about your account. So we just say that this is our official Instagram feed, and you can explore the libraries virtually at this link. Usually if we have stories, there'll be a ring around our image. You can click and watch our stories. Right now we don't have any. When I was talking about highlights, these are our highlights from past stories that we have done. When you click on them, it'll give you the story reel. And these can live here as long as we want. We can change them, we can add to them. We did create our own icons there using Photoshop. I'll give a shout out to Tyler Norton, who does post a lot of our content. I think he's here today too. He posts a lot of our content and made these lovely icons for us, I think using Photoshop. So I'm gonna click on this. I don't know how this is gonna work since I have this audio. So I'm gonna see if you can hear it, great. If not, sorry. So this is what we did for COVID when things started. See, you can have in stories just a static image. So I had people who didn't want to create videos. So we did this for them. And then you can create a video.
Hello, UAlbany. It's Amanda Lowe, your Outreach and Marketing Librarian from the University Library, here to remind you that we are still here for you, even if you're at a distance. So hop online, say hello to us, and we'll help you find what you need to find.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian, training specialist in IMC. I'm here to help with any questions.
So you'll see we had a multitude of people come through. Some, if you go over the 15 seconds, it will give you 2 little clips. This one was just audio with an image.
Hi, everyone. My name is Karina Ricker.
But what I did for that one is I asked people to send me their own videos, and that's what they did.
For your research. The library may be closed.
Okay. So that's one example of a special circumstance we did. Obviously, with COVID and a lot of working from home and not being in the building, social media is a great way to communicate with students and to keep them up to date with things that are going on. We also archived some of our FAQ for students, just kind of like fast facts for things. So we did that every Friday. And this is kind of what some of those questions look like. We just did a quick little video with some text for that. One of my favorite highlights that we do have on here is something we did in the beginning of the year, and that was a welcome. And we have kept it on here. We might do the welcome every year, but this is the one that we have up right now.
Hi, I'm Shirley Denise. I'm library in library. Welcome back. Hey there. Welcome back to school from the Dewey Library. Hi, welcome back from the IMC. the Preservation Department. It's great to have you.
Hi. Welcome back.
So you kind of get the point there. So it's a lot of departments basically welcoming students back to the libraries. So again, we have a lot of different highlight reels. We have one for our zones libraries, some Throwback Thursday stuff, and one specifically we made for commuter students. You'll see we have a multitude of different posts, and you'll see that there are different options up top. So you can divide this by posts. You can look at things that we posted strictly to IGTV, so our longer length videos. Any posts that we saved from something we saw in our feed that maybe we liked from someone we followed, and anything that the libraries have been tagged in by other people. So we do collaborate with some other offices, and they tag us in programs that we co-host together or events that we've done. Some students will tag us in posts. So it's good to see how people are engaging with our account. Again, here are some of the things that we choose to post right now. We're doing our year in review, so we're looking back at some highlights of things that we have done throughout the year. We'll post quotes. This was for our graduation celebration. We'll post, again, this is how IGTV videos will show up on your feed, same as other posts. When you click on it, here it'll play the whole video. If you're on your phone, it'll prompt you to open it up in IGTV, which is just like another level, basically. We'll post things around campus. During COVID, we had a whole series called Librarians Working from Home. We asked folks to send us photos of themselves working from home and kind of how they can support students, and we posted it to our Instagram account. So here's like a quote from Mark Wolf, one of our archivists, and his work setup. And we had a lot of engagement from our student community on this. You'll see, like, as we go through how many likes, if there's comments here when you just scroll over. So that's some of the posts that you can do on that. Students also have the ability to private message you. That's over in this feature. We can private message other people. So there's a lot of different things. So if you're in your feed though, so just as a perspective, if you haven't been on Instagram before, if you go right to your feed, as I was talking about before, you can see the stories will line up on top. These, I said again, are in chronological order by whoever posted a video most recently, as opposed to going down through here. And it's just, again, the algorithm messed up how recent these posts are. So you'll see this one's from 23 hours ago, and I can guarantee you that's not the most recent post in here. Just to give you an example of some stories that other people post, like this is for Buffalo. It's just a static image. Here's people running UAlbany soccer team. So that's an example of short videos. Here's an example of use of a sticker. You can ask questions within stories that can be answered, like here. So there's a lot of different options of things that you can do with stories. Let me go back here. So you want to create things. It's always good to have tools to be able to do these things, either outside of Instagram, or you can use the tools that Instagram provides. You can record videos right in there. So there are some tips and tricks to some creation for things. So there are a lot of video resources. Like I said, you really want to push the videos because that's what people are watching and paying attention to. So on your desktop for free, you can use iMovie, DaVinci Resolve, YouTube. I've used iMovie if you're a Mac user. It's pretty easy to use or intuitive to navigate. Pexels and Pixabay have a lot of high quality, royalty-free video clips if you need any stock video. YouTube Audio Library has free, like royalty-free music and sound effects you can use, which is great if you don't want to pay for anything. Then, of course, there are paid things that we can either hopefully get our campuses to buy for us, or if you do a lot of creating on your own, you can just buy it for yourself. Adobe Premiere, Adobe Spark, which I'll show you an example of using Adobe Spark, a free version that I have, Premiere Rush and Final Cut Pro, promo.com, Biteable. These are all options for paid video creation content that you can use. Like I said, there's a free version of Adobe Spark. Some other video resources, and these are apps, which are great if you're creating content solely on your phone or tablet. Mojo is really used for story content, so you can do text animation with Mojo, movement in photos. So if you just want a piece of a photo that you have to move, you can use Mojo for that. It is $40 for the year for full access. Some of these I haven't used, but I have seen them applied in other people's accounts. InShot, it's a mobile video editor. So you can use on the go to resize videos for any platform. You can trim, add filters, transitions, alter speed. There's a lot of different options there. And it's $15 for the year if you want to remove watermarks and have access to everything. So there is a free version, but if you want that full access, it's $15. LifeLapse is another one. So it's basically a stop motion app if you want that kind of thing. And it stitches together photos to create stop motion. And you can add filters and music. $3 a month, not bad if you want to use it like once, or $35 for the year. Hyperlapse is free, which is always great. I have used Hyperlapse, and that's if you want to create time-lapsed photos. So say you have a construction project going in the library and you want to show time passing while that's being built, you can use Hyperlapse to do that. So you don't have to have a steady camera. It stabilizes the footage for you. And again, it's completely free. You don't need an account. And then Filmmaker, which I'll also show you an example of. The free app on Android. This is something I use a lot to create things when I'm away from my desk. So it pieces together photos or video clips very easily. The free version provides some royalty-free music. You can do voiceover, but again, it's a free version, so it does leave a watermark in the corner of all your videos. So something just to consider. So this is a video that I created for our Stress Less program. And I did this because usually we have therapy dogs come in, but since we were not able to be all together on campus the end of this year, I asked for people to submit photos of them and their animals, or just photos of their animals. And I made this video using Adobe Spark. And it's posted to IGTV. That was one of the videos that we saw there.
Rubber head in your mouth from your nice warm bed. You just remember what your old pal said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got some trouble. I got them too. There isn't anything for us to do with you. We stick together to see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am. Thinking so too. Maybe the none of them will ever love you the way I do. With me, boy. And if the years go by, a friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You gotta send it. You gotta send it.
You'll see there, because it is a free version of Adobe Spark, it does say made with Adobe Spark and had the watermark in the corner throughout the duration of the video. Before I get into the video tips and tricks, I'll just show you a quick 25-second clip of something that I did for actually our SUNYLA Instagram account with Filmmaker. If you follow us there, you've probably seen this video.
SUNYLA 2020, heart of the campus, accessible, inclusive, and inspiring libraries, coming at you virtually June 17th and 18th. Register today to reserve your care package now or supplies for now. Link provided here.
So it's just a quick little thing that I did in Filmmaker. You'll see again that there's a watermark in the corner. But at the end of the day, that really doesn't matter terribly a lot, I think. Another thing just to note is that if you're a Canva user, and I know a lot of librarians are, Canva, again, you can use for free. I pay for the next tier up just because I use it for personal reasons, and it provides me with the ability to input branding, so I don't have to constantly look for our colors when I'm creating content. They do have story templates for Instagram, as well as Instagram posts, Facebook posts, you name it, they have a template. But what's great about Canva now is that they actually allow you to animate. So you can add animation to your posts for your stories, as well as video clips. So before you were not able to do things with video, now you can add videos from their stock, or you can upload your own video. So just keep that in mind. If you're a Canva user, you can do video there now. So some video tips if you're creating a live video. Always check for good audio. So you want to make sure there's minimal background noise if possible. Make sure your lighting is not like my lighting currently. Find a good window so you're not backlit. Don't have them with their back to the window like I am currently. Use a white poster board if you want to reflect some natural light on whoever you're videotaping. Use a tripod or a steady surface if you have one available to you. If not, if you know someone with really steady hands, or you have a camera that stabilizes the video for you, go ahead and use that. And shoot for the platform you're posting for. So if you're posting to an Instagram story, it tends to be more vertical video, so shoot vertically, not horizontally. And always make sure you get good B-roll. So if you're interviewing a subject for something, go a little bit longer. So if you do choose to go back and edit a video, you can do that. Obviously, you can't really do that if you're doing one shot, no edit film. Formatting is always something to keep in consideration too, especially if you're creating the video outside of Instagram. So keep in mind what the maximum video resolution is, what formats you can upload to this platform. This one is MP4 and MOV, and the max video sizes for everything, 4 gigabytes and 30 FPS. For stories, and this is just across the board for Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, you do have a max dimension for pixels, so keep that in mind, and the aspect ratio is 9:16. That's all I have. So I think that leaves us with plenty of time for questions, things I can share with folks. So any questions you have or things you'd like me to show a little bit more of, I'm happy to.
There's one question in the chat. I think you should be able to see it, or I could read it if you would like.
but you can go ahead and read it.
Sure. So is there a way to schedule stories from Hootsuite?
I do not actively use Hootsuite, so I'm not entirely sure. The only scheduling ahead platform that I am familiar with for Instagram is Later, which is a pay-for platform. Hootsuite, I can imagine they're pretty inclusive with their scheduling, and they've talked about Instagram posts in webinars I've attended from them. So I would hope that they have a way to schedule ahead from it if that's the scheduling platform that you're using.
The other one is, are you the only one who posts on the UAlbany account? Do others just send you content and then you post it?
Nope. So right now there's 2 of us that are managing just about every single one of our accounts. I mentioned Tyler Norton, who is on today. He posts quite a bit to all of our accounts. He posts pretty much exclusively to Twitter, and then he comes over and posts frequently to Instagram as well. I create content and we'll post it. We're looking to in the future to include students posting on our behalf. I'm in the process of creating an ambassadors program, and we hope to have more student takeovers of our account. Of course, that adds in, okay, now you have to change your password probably a lot, but I think that the reward for that will be greater than the small inconvenience of having to change our password and keep on track of it. But now a lot of our posts are split between the 2 of us for Instagram.
So a follow-up to the stories. Megan asked, do you schedule your posts?
We do not schedule our posts. We post as we go along, for this platform anyway, just because we didn't want to have to deal with paying for something to schedule it for us. You know, it's easier to have scheduling for something like Twitter because you can use TweetDeck and that's free. But there's nothing really that's quite free for Instagram.
That's all from the Q&A part. The chat one have all pretty much been answered. Everyone's been sharing their handles, so that's nice. There was a question about Bookface Friday, but that was answered, and about it being recorded was also answered. So, oh, one more. So how do you get students to join the library Instagram account? We have Twitter, trying to get more views from patrons. That's from Catherine.
So part of my job is outreach. So we create bookmarks that say bookmark us, that we post all of our handles to. So we'll give those out at resource fairs, at our welcome back events. We have that out in the library as well. Now we have the ability, at least for Twitter, I know you mentioned Twitter in the question, if you have SpringShare products for live answers, you can actually integrate Twitter to that, and that could be a potential marketing source. Be like, hey, we can answer your questions through Twitter, follow us on Twitter. There's not an integration for Instagram in that instance, but that's something cool you can do, or promotion. If you have certain campaigns or giveaways that you're doing and you're promoting that, say via your website, be like, hey, join our Instagram, take part in our giveaways. There are a multitude of ways to spread the word. The biggest though is do cool stuff, get student workers to follow you, and then they get their friends to follow you. And then it just becomes kind of snowballs into people following you.
All right, so anyone else have any other questions? I think we're good.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Oh, I will also plug, if you are a marketer, besides going to conferences like this, there is a whole marketing conference called Library Marketing Communications Conference. They will still be holding that this year. It'll just be virtual in November. So definitely check out that conference if you've never been to it. It's great for people that do stuff like this.
Yeah,
and I'll definitely be there.
I went to there last year, and it was probably like one of the best conferences I've ever been to, hands down. It's really good overall. So yes, definitely check it out.
My best advice too is if you're looking for inspiration for what to post, is definitely follow other library accounts and see what they're posting. You're going to get so many ideas from other people. I know a lot of our ideas didn't just bring up out of our head. There's definitely things that we saw other folks do, and we're like, that'd be great, let's do it here. So definitely follow other accounts and learn from other people and have those conversations. And that's all that I got.
And I just added the link to that conference in the chat, and they also have an active like Facebook page too if you guys want to check them out.
They do. They are wonderful. And the president of, they're a nonprofit, so their president is also a great person to follow, and her name is failing me.
I see her face like in my head in a Twitter icon, but I can't remember her. Wow.
Jennifer Burke, I think.
Yes,
is her name.
Jennifer, and she's part of the Library Journal group, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Thank you, Megan.
Yeah. She's a great resource, and she posts a lot of different tools too. So in addition to the tools that I shared here, she has tons more that you can find for doing print posts and social media posting. And if you're interested in having like a SUNY to SUNY battle or anything on Instagram, we do it like a mascot battle or anything. We're always game for doing silly things like that. Remember, we're scholarly, not scary, so we do like to have fun too. I'll give kudos to Tyler Norton for coming up with the scholarly, not scary thing.
I like that.
Yeah, that is our thing for yes, I would. Yeah, I have the chat up now.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Megan, I agree. Yeah, I would love to see more citywide campaigns. If like anyone here wants to do that, again, hit me up. I would love to collab with you. Binghamton is down. I know you guys follow us on everything. I see your likes.
Greenlee is down too. Farmingdale's totally down. I stalk all of everyone's pages, guys. All right, so it looks like this summer we're having a library battle down on social media. Potsdam, Geneseo. Nice.
Yeah. We'll make it a whole thing.
Well, Geneseo already got their hashtag, so this is kind of intense. They're already a million strong.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is really going down now.
I brought our mascot home. Like, I forgot certain books, but I brought our mascot home with me.
Yeah, I know we were going really hard on our mascot here for a while. That's something else I should also mention, that always check in what your university is doing too. If there's hashtags that they're using frequently, definitely try to use them as well, because it's going to give you greater visibility. One of the ones our university is using is one of the greats, sort of Great Danes. So we try to hop onto those hashtags and piggyback off of them when we see that they're really popular. Again, that goes the same with any hashtag that you're seeing is trending. If you can get on and find a reason to use it, go ahead. Motivation Monday. We made up one called Transparent Tuesday when we were posting things about government documents. These are things we use on Twitter frequently, but you can definitely translate that to Instagram as well.
Nice. Tyler gave the UAlbany plug.
Yes, he's showing the battle we did on Twitter with Villanova. I could definitely see translating a battle on Instagram via stories and tagging libraries in them. Just out of curiosity, since we're in the chat still and we have some time, are there folks that don't have Instagram accounts that are looking to start them, or it was a lot of people just coming in for inspiration, how they can utilize it more? Cool. Oh, Catherine, definitely get one. I hope this inspired you to start one.
Get one. So fun fact, 2 years ago was my first SUNYLA, and I attended Amanda's session, and I used all the information she gave us social media. I went to my director, I'm like, listen, Albany is doing this. And Amanda said, this is a good idea. And I gave them all the swag. And that's how our library actually has anything social media. So definitely.
And it's a great, and you're doing a great job. I'm definitely following you guys.
Thank you.
You guys have great content.
It's also nice to be connected to other libraries like that. I think it's been really helpful in that sense too, actually.
Absolutely. And I mean, if you look across a lot of library accounts, people are having fun there with their users. I mean, there are some accounts that really keep things very strictly academic. If you look at some Ivy League accounts, they're very like,
yeah,
you know, very academic. You have to look at who your audience is for a lot of this stuff. You know, who do you want to be following you? If you want it to be undergrads, you have to keep things a little light, but still add in the scholarly stuff too. And, you know, really push your programs and what have you there. I'm glad if once you add it, once you have something, like, contact me. I'd love to follow you, Catherine. Find me on Twitter. I'm LOWEAM13 on Twitter, and then send me your handle for Instagram. All right. So it looks like it's 12:04. I guess we could end so people have a little bit more time than they did between the keynote to like eat lunch, and I think we started again at 1. So.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.